As human beings, our job in life is to help people realize how rare and valuable each one of us really is. That each of us has something that no one else has, or ever will have. Something inside that is unique to all time. It's our job to encourage each other to discover that uniqueness and to provide ways of developing its expression. That was a quote from the late Fred Rogers.
With everything going on in the world right now, we ask that you take a moment to donate to something that you believe in if you are able to do so. Welcome back to STEEPCAST. This is episode 22. The Snowboard Knuckle Huck Finals are this weekend, Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central European Time. If you have not already, go back and watch the qualifier rounds. There were insane runs from 11 to 41. I can tell you 10th through 20th place was decided by just 1 point overall. We also announced our steep reel ski competition. You can check the video out for full details. All I can tell you is submissions will be due June 21st. And in case you missed it, last Thursday, our buddy Steep hit 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. He also put out his 50,000 sub thank you video, so go check that out.
And finally, the results are in for Check My Steez 8. Tobi-san took first, followed by P-Dub in second, and Talik took third. Congratulations to all of those winners. Check My Steez 8 had by far the most submissions to date in the competitions, and we all love to see that, so please keep these submissions coming. Check My Steez 9 will head back to the Alps and will start at Grand Balmas. Like last week, this location has a ton to offer. From the forest to the left to the boulders on the right, you'll have plenty to work with as you try to top the standings. This will be an unbroken line competition, so you'll only be able to use one run from one camera of your choice. The time limit is 3 minutes and 30 seconds. To submit, upload your run to YouTube or the Check My Steez Discord server in the Current Comp Videos channel. The deadline for CMS 9 is midnight Pacific time on June 10th. Good luck! Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Reddit Roundup! This week we start off with a slick video from Cody Spann. I've seen this done a couple other times, but it does not cease to amaze me that the riders can have this kind of precision in their jumps. I mean, come on, hole in one? You can't beat that. That is beast mode.
In response to Cody, Exposition End accepted the challenge by hitting the same hole in one with a snowboard, a skis, the speed skiing by flying up high and then dropping out of the air, and finally a rocket wingsuit. Great job taking it up another notch.
And moving right along, we have a screenshot from Kerr. Is that it? Is it just where's the rest of the picture? It's just shoes. Well, I guess this picture is just shoes. And I mean, he is dripping on the mountain. These are incredible. Looks like he might have picked them up at a Hot Topic, but man, talk about doing a lot with a little. I mean, it's just shoes, and I still want to hang this one on my wall. Great shot, Kerr.
Just Steep It posted his snowboard knuckle huck clips that did not make the cut. It is a wonderful 2-minute compilation of all of the tries that didn't quite make his submission. Remember to catch the finals this Saturday, June 6th at 1 p.m. Eastern.
And finally, we wrap up the Reddit Roundup. Wow, that was a tongue twister. With a picture from Dater10. This was taken during the full moon on the mountain, and he got his timing perfect. I don't get how you guys have the patience for these pictures. I mean, I would lose my mind trying to get it perfect, but you guys have a knack for it, and I commend you on that.
Thanks again to everyone who shares their content on Reddit r/steep. You guys are coming up with some amazing content, so keep on posting.
So, we really didn't have anything prepared for this week's main topic, and we were getting ready to just scratch it from this episode. but I think there's something that Mitch needs to get off his chest, so I'm going to turn it over to him.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I messed up again.
Honestly, I think this is your first mess up, so it's not even that big of a deal.
No, I distinctly remember the one where I used Lucas instead of Lucas in our weekly challenge, and I got the Lucases mixed up because they're spelled two different ways.
Womp womp.
So this is a second one, but this apology goes out to Ev, who entered our snowboard knuckle huck competition. In the qualifiers 1 video that premiered this weekend, I ended up using the wrong run 1 for him, and it was from a completely different person. So in the background are Ev's 3 original runs playing right now, while I describe why I messed up. All of the runs that Ev submitted to the spreadsheet were his, so he submitted the right links. All of the judges scored his runs correctly using the right links. But after that, I downloaded all 123 submissions going through the spreadsheet, and I accidentally copied the run 1 from just above his name. So I did use someone's twice in the video, and that was Appy's first run. So in the future, I promise to double check all of these when I'm downloading the videos. One thing you guys can do to help me out on this, and I forgot to put it in the rules this time, is when you upload your video to YouTube, make sure to put your rider name into the title. So put Hammerhead29 Run 1. When I paste the link into my downloader program, it pops up the YouTube title, and when a lot of you guys just put Knuckle Huck Run 1, then I download it, go into my folder on my hard drive, and then rename them. And this works for the most part. I usually double check at that point, but if you put your name in the title, that will help me out too. So sorry again, Ev.
Hey, it happens. No sweat, man. We're learning how this is working as we go along as well. This is all just one big experiment, and you guys are along for the ride. So thanks for staying with us, and let's keep going. Keep going to the weekly challenge. Let's hit it.
The weekly challenge topic for this week was urban, and our first submission comes from Lucas with 2 O's. He is hanging underneath the railing on one of the staircases in Kitchik. This looks exactly like the spot that I used in our real ski teaser, but looks like it's not going so well for him.
And next up, we have a submission from the man of the hour, Ev. Oh wait, hold on. That's not the right... That's a video of me at a concert. Mitch, what are you doing over there? What do you have against Ev? Oh, here it is. Okay. He gave us a gorgeous sunset drop-in over Kitchik. I don't understand how he got that kind of height over those tiny little houses down below.
And finally, we got a picture from Free Skier in Kitchik as well, just about to land on one of the rails in the tight stairwells between houses. Looks like he's just coming out of a rodeo flip with a little safety grab as well. I'm getting real hyped up for real ski.
Yo, and it looks like Kitchik is the place to be right now. Maybe we'll see more submissions in Kitchik in next week's weekly challenge. That topic again is trespassing. We want to see pictures of you in places you shouldn't be. The following week, we're going to take a suggestion from Kerr and go with Sky High. If you don't know what he's talking about when he says sky high, take a look at his picture right now up on the screen. Take that camera, put it at your feet, and point it up to the sky. We want to see your best sky pictures. Thanks for the suggestion again, Kerr. Maybe the community will enjoy your suggestions and your themes better than they like mine. We'll see. This week, we're wrapping it up with some questions from our friend Chris Wan, which means only one thing. It's time for Questions with Chris. All right, Mitch, this is a huge rapid fire section, so are you ready for it?
Fire away, boys.
Here we go. He wants you to talk about the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear these words. Let's start with snow.
Steep.
Cold. Okay, up next, yellow snow.
P.
Yeah, I was gonna say Abby. That's the name of my childhood dog. Snow Patrol, the band.
Not sure I know them, so give me 1 sec to look them up and listen to something. Okay, now that I looked them up, One Hit Wonder.
It's 2 words, but chasing cars. Snow again, but this time it's the song from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Hey, yo.
We say day-o. Oh, wrong song, sorry. All right, up next, Slush Ice.
7-Eleven. By the way, for those few Americans and I think Canadians, on 7-Eleven, July 7th, 7-Eleven gives out free slushies all day long.
See, I think of Pittsburgh and the word slippy. Slush Ice is very slippy. And finally, Huskies.
Doggo.
Movie. Specifically, Cuba Gooding Jr.'s Snow Dogs.
What another blast from our childhood. And his final long-form question, since it is summertime, which is also festival time in Europe, and it also is in North America, he is saying one of us goes on a city trip across Europe and one of us goes on a festival trip across Europe. Which one of us does what is up to us. And then he also says 52 cities and 52 festivals event, one for each week of the year.
Yo, that's a whole other podcast worth of an answer. Holy shit, 52 cities and 52 events? Oh my god, I don't even know if I know 52 bands that I would want to go and see live.
I'm sure we can. I think myself, I'd probably be more on the city trip than a music festival. I haven't been to any festivals, and I've only been to a few concerts in my life, so that's not something that I really look to go to too much.
Well, if I'm taking the concert tour, I think one of my all-time bucket list things to do would be to go to Germany for a death metal festival, like 3 or 4 days out in a random field in the middle of somewhere in Germany, just listening to death metal and having one blast of a trip. I've had a couple friends that have gone and done this, and they say that it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity because there's nothing like it. You get like 50,000 people together in this dust pit of a field, and your walls of death and your mosh pits are just kicking up dust the whole time. Your favorite bands are upstage playing the best hits from all of their albums. I mean, I would love to go and see like Parkway Drive, Signs of the Swarm, The Ghost Inside, you name it. Whoever was there, I wouldn't even look at the list. I wouldn't even care about the lineup. I just want to go and experience one of those crazy death metal concerts.
I would just want to see most of Europe in general. Nick and I joked about doing a Euro trip at one point in our lifetime way back, but I do want to see Scotland as I have some heritage from that side. Of course, London, and then I want to go through a much bigger area of France. I want to see most of that country. Spain, Germany, of course. Some of the bigger cities like Frankfurt, Munich, and Italy too. I mean, I love all sorts of food as well, so I think that would be one of my favorite parts, would be getting to try all the different cuisines.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head with that. That is a bucket list thing for both of us, to go through Europe and just experience everything that we can in a week or two of a vacation. I mean, the next step for this channel is to get sponsored so we can actually get somebody to fund us to go and take this trip and do a week's worth of Steep material all throughout Europe. STEEPCAST goes on tour, baby! We're coming to your city.
Or, hear me out, we get an even crazier personality for each of us and run the European version of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Well, I can get some frosted tips, and I can get some Oakley sunglasses, and I'm sure you could find a nice classic car that we could drive around with. Yeah, I think that might be the content that we make when we're in Europe. Well, that just about does it for this episode. If anyone has just a bunch of money lying around and you want us to come to Europe for a couple of weeks, let us know. Hit us up in the comments.
Thank you to everyone for their submissions this week, and I forgot to mention at the start of the show, but thanks to Kerr for supplying the background footage for this episode.
Man, today's episode was the Kerrcast.
And if you want to follow Kerr's lead at any point, you can feel free to just message me, Mitch, because I edit the videos, some background footage to show throughout STEEPCAST. I usually just record my own footage after I'm done putting most of the video together, so if you have some, great. If not, I have an excuse to play even more Steep.
Thank you to, again, everyone who watched and who has been watching the Tartiflette games unravel as we approach the finals of the snowboard knuckle huck, and we look to the future for real ski. Mitch and I are beyond excited for this. I know we keep saying that, but it's because it's so true. Get ready for an insane next couple of weeks because all of these competitions are just gonna blow everybody's minds. In the meantime, you can find us over on Twitter at Nick or Mitch, and if you have any content you want to post there, use the hashtag STEEPCAST and we'll find you. You can also join our conversations over on our Discord page, and you can find the link to join the Discord down in the description of the video. We'll see you guys this weekend for the finals of the snowboard knuckle huck. I'm Nick.
And I'm Mitch.
Stay safe, guys. We'll see yous on the slopes.